how did you become a Giants fan? How did that happen?
I became a Giants fan. I was said on the radio portion earlier. I was a Rams fan because of the movie Something for Joey, which was about John Capoletti and a sad, movie that makes young men cry, which I did. And I was a Rams fan. But then I'm like 12 years old, I think, and my brother's going to college in Pittsburgh, and I'm in the hotel there, and the Giants are staying there, and I'm playing Asteroids, and the team walks in, and this one guy comes up and says, "Can I play with you, kid?" I was like, "Sure." And I'm playing with him. He's a great guy. We're hanging out, and I know he's a player. I asked for his autograph, and it's LT. And that was his rookie year. I really didn't know who he was, but I'm like, all right, this is going to be my guy. I'm going to follow him. And, and it all came full circle 20 years later when LT follows me on Twitter. I was like, wow, this is pretty great. So,
Hold on. So you're playing Asteroids.
And LT comes
Lawrence
and plays
Taylor just decides, I just want to, pass the time.
Yep.
Were they playing the Steelers?
They're playing the
time?
Steelers, I guess, preseason. So, and this is, I guess, I'm trying to think what year that is.
It's got to be like late 70s, maybe early 80s.
Yeah, this has got to be.
Well, how old are you if you're 12?
I'm 52.
Okay,
now,
so all right,
almost,
I'm 50. So we're
Lawrence Taylor's rookie
talking
year
about
was
82.
81.
81 was his rookie
year.
year.
81.
Yeah. So.
Jeez. Asteroids was pretty big.
Asteroids was amazing.
I mean, that's
best game ever.
I mean, well, I guess another one. But the other way to put it is, so I was playing Space Invaders with Phil Sims. And
I'm not trying to drop a name.
No,
I mean,
by the way.
No, that's incredible.
We're in this town. I'm asking you these questions, and it's just amazing how these
But
things
this isn't a
sometimes
Marriott
happen.
in Pittsburgh. This is not a Hollywood story, and I'm just a kid, and
Right.
didn't know who he was at the time, and he obviously became who he became, so it was pretty wild.
And you're from Long Island,
Yep.
which makes you an Islanders fan from back in the
Die-hard
day,
Islanders
right?
fan, yeah.
I grew up, again, I'm 50, so you and I aren't too damn far apart. So I grew up a Ranger fan.
Yeah.
And I loved the Rangers in the mid to late 70s. Ron Duguay with his flowing hair.
I hated him.
And Barry Beck. And the
Hated
whole...
Barry, hated every one of them. I mean, and wearing my Podfin jersey in Madison Square Garden, having things thrown at me when I was 9 or 10 years old.
That makes you tougher. Just makes you tougher.
It made me tougher. Made me who I am.
But I remember watching the Drive for Five, on my local whatever cable TV, like maybe Wometco had it or something like that. And I just remember I hated the Islanders. Yeah. I hated Nystrom. I hated Bossy. I hated Smith. Billy Smith was the biggest punk goalie. I hated him. He was dirty. He was filthy dirty, I thought.
And I was at the 80 game. Nystrom scores. I'm in the last row of the Nassau Coliseum, and this was by far the greatest sports moment I've ever experienced.
No, come on.
It was. I mean, I was such. As I said earlier, I could name pretty much every name and number of everyone on that team.
Okay.
So if you went, 23 is Nystrom, obviously, and you said Bossy 22 and Smith's 31. But I mean, like, there's no memory that's even close to that. And the feeling when they won, I always, all I wanted for my kids was to be able to experience that when they grow up. And it doesn't seem to me that the passion is as much anymore as it was when you lived and breathed these teams that that kind of they lived in the community. You'd see them around, and it was just very cool.
Really, you just see them around. You'd drive around Merrick, and then
you'd be around
Fred
Merrick,
Shiro's just going
to be at Ben's Delicatessen. All of a sudden, there's Gord Lane sitting there.
Are you serious?
I mean, I don't know that I saw Gordy Lane actually, but I saw someone.
It's a great use of
number
that
24, by the way.
So, have you followed them to Brooklyn? Are you still an Islanders fan?
I'm still an Islanders fan. I couldn't name everyone's number today, which is sad. But
because you're a grown-ass man now, Doug. I mean,
I still am a very big Islander fan.
I mean, it's amazing seeing them in Brooklyn now. The first concert I ever went to was at Nassau Coliseum.
Me too, Billy Joel.
I'll be honest with you. I'm always shooting everybody straight here. Kind of wish it was Billy Joel, who's now, as you know, the official singer of Madison Square Garden. It was Chicago.
It's a good show.
It was the hard habit to break pizzeria.
Not as good.
Slow song.
How old are you? That's a weird first concert. I don't know.
It is. It's a comedian opened up. My God bless my late dad drove our asses all the way out there, and he drove around for like 3 hours and then picked us up and drove us back. There were no cell phones. Like this is back when we're calling sports phone to find out the scores.
And now do you do that with your kids? Now you're just like, take an Uber. I'll see you when you get home. It's like, whatever. Hopefully you make it. I'll be asleep. You know, it's very sad how it's changed. My parents would never have let me do the stuff that goes on today. Yeah.
No.
I know, man. Oh, wow.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.